Welcome to Crypto Plus, where we bring you the latest information on cryptos, blockchains, finance, and futuristic investment vehicles. Today is Tuesday the 6th of July 2021, and we're interviewing Nicky, a novice crypto investor only 3 weeks old. That's not her age, but her lifetime involvement with crypto. And we shall be following her progress over the coming months, watching her portfolio in real time, but at the moment, it's not looking too good. Now, we were going to publish this video tomorrow, but we've managed to produce it in time to publish it today. So as it was recorded today, it would make sense to do so. Just a quick disclaimer and request. Under no circumstances what we cover in these videos should be deemed as investment advice, nor an incentive to invest in any of the vehicles or products we cover. We're not authorized practicing financial advisors, and you should please be minded of that. That's the disclaimer. Now, the request is that as Nicky is new to YouTube in terms of production and is quite nervous, if you do decide to place a comment below, please at least ensure that it is respectful, even if you may disagree with her comments or actions. And hopefully, you'll find this video useful enough to give it a thumbs up, and also to subscribe if you haven't already done so. It is a long interview and is longer than future ones will be, but we wanted you to have full exposure in Nicky's start to crypto life. So without any further delay, let's go over to Nicky. Pleased to have with me a friend of mine by the name of Nicky, who has recently moved into cryptocurrencies. So we'll ask Nicky a little bit about herself, why she decided to start investing in crypto, and what the experience has been like so far. And providing, of course, you, our viewers, wish us to, we'll have a look at Nickys Portfolio on a regular basis, where she will come in and chat through her investment strategy, what she's done right, perhaps more importantly in some cases what she did wrong, because we all learn from mistakes, and how that sets us up for the future. So, Nicky, good morning to you.
Good morning, Richard.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, I'm 50 years old. I've had a long career in sales, and a year ago I decided to use the savings I'd had to invest and, with a bit of luck, retire early.
Okay, so you're not working now, so you're living the life of leisure then, really?
No, I'm not working. I'm living on a very tight budget. I have very few needs, and I'm just enjoying the greenery at the moment. Okay,
so I'm assuming you've obviously amassed some savings. What's your experience in investments then? Have you ever undertaken any form of investment previously?
Well, for 20 years I was in sales in BT, and BT did a share save, and I took part in some of those share saves, and they became quite profitable. So that was my entry into shares. A year ago, when I decided to retire, I had a lot of savings from my various sales roles, and I decided to have a really good look at the stock market and invest the bulk of my money there, and see how I got on.
And would you have said generally that was a relatively successful outcome?
Yes, I would. I would say I'm quite an impulsive person. I get quite excitable. So I didn't really know particularly well what I was doing, but luckily, for the most part, it all panned out.
Recently, you've moved into cryptocurrencies. How long ago was that, and why did you move into them?
It was only 3 weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago. And it's something that, you know, everybody knows about the Bitcoin millionaires and everything, but I didn't really know anything about how to buy crypto safely, and that's where I gleaned all my information from you, Richard.
Ah, okay. How have you found it so far then in those 2 to 3 weeks?
Well, Day 1 and day 2, I was typically me, just a bit excited and decided I wanted to spend a lot fast and have lots of cryptocurrency. So I didn't spend a huge amount of money, but I spent it without doing any research whatsoever. And I will say, also against your advice, Richard, but it was all too exciting.
Well, we'll take a look at that now, because we'll go live on screen and see how your portfolio is doing. So on the screen, we can see here that you have $6,700 available, which means that that's sitting on your account, not earmarked for anything yet.
Correct.
$14,500 has been allocated, which either means you've invested that or you have set up forward options to buy in the not too distant future, and cannot therefore use those monies unless you cancel those options to purchase. Is that correct?
Yes, I've got 3,400 or thereabouts in pending orders, waiting for various coins to hit various prices before they execute. Okay,
so that means you've got roughly $11,000 physically invested then, roughly.
Oh. No, 14.5.
Yeah, that's including the 3,400 of pending orders.
Beg your pardon.
So actually physically investing, because you can always cancel those 3,400. And for those who can see the screen, you're down $794. How come, Nicky? How come?
Well, if you delve into some of those coins, for example, Bitcoin, you will find that actually of my 9 orders, 8...
Let's go into your historic portfolio, shall we first? Let's look first to see what you've actually done. Because according to this, you have actually, according to your profit and loss account, made $276. So what that's telling me is those orders you've purchased and sold, you've made money on. But unfortunately, you're down because obviously there are some cryptocurrencies you've bought, haven't sold yet, and are in loss. Is that correct?
Yes, and almost all of that is the amount that I invested on day 1 and day 2 when I was feeling a bit excited.
Okay, well, let's have a look then and see what you are actually invested in, and we shall have a look at how successful that is. Now, again, watching the screen, the way eToro works, you can see these little signs here, and these tell us those cryptocurrencies that you've actually put your money into. But before we do that, there are a range of cryptos here, starting with Ethereum, ADA or Cardano, Dogecoin, Bitcoin, Binance, Uniswap, Link, Tezos, Stellar, Litecoin, Ripple, Bitcoin Cash, Basic, Attent, BAT or Matic, and Polygon. What made you choose those cryptocurrencies first to at least even watch?
I've listened to you, actually. Pretty much it, really. And I've watched a few YouTube videos. There's a lady who is deep into the world of crypto who has a good channel. I like to watch her and sort of glean some information from her. But I wanted to focus on the big players, although on day 2, unfortunately, I made a big investment in Dogecoin on the back of the expectation there was going to be a release the following day that would push the price up. It didn't, and all it's done since then is plummeted, and it's my huge loss at the moment.
Yes, and Dogecoin is one of those what they call meme coins that originally was set up as a joke. It has no real practical value, but some people believe that it will be the currency of the future, though those who are serious about cryptocurrencies just think it's, to be honest, destined for failure.
Well, it's pretty much just a social media coin. Can I say the word that we all call it?
Yes, by all means.
It's a shit coin.
Okay, well, let's take a look then at each of these in turn, and we'll have a look at Doge as well. So if I just put this on here, I can see on the screen you currently in Ethereum have $2,100 invested. You've got 0.88 units at an average price of 2391. You're currently losing $125. What happened there, Nicky?
Well, on day one, the day I was a little excited, I spent $1,400 investing in Ethereum at a price of 2,499. That particular order, I'm down $141. I then did another order of $700 on the 18th of June and bought Ethereum at a price of 2,200, and that's actually currently in a profit. I think if you look back at my purchase and sale history, at some point you'll see I bought some Ethereum at a very good price and sold it at quite a good profit.
Right, which is why your P&L account is showing a profit, but your current trading is down. Okay, let's have a look at Cardano. You've invested $1,405 in that at an average price of $1.5523, and you're down $144 on that. What's your excuse this time?
Same excuse, bought on day one. Cardano is a coin that I haven't looked back at again because I'm still down $144, and the activity I've seen on Cardano just hasn't excited me, so you're just leaving it rest. Yes, and this is something that I didn't do with stocks and shares a year ago. My new rule, which I will hopefully maintain throughout crypto, maybe with the exception of DOGE, is that I will not sell anything when it's in a deficit. I will sell and make my money back, but I won't sell it until I at least can achieve that.
So you're not really into these long term then? You're just trying to make a quick buck, are you?
No, not at all. No, not at all. But I want to invest in coins that I think are long term keepers, but equally I'd like some day-to-day trading where I can hopefully make a bit of profit.
As a sort of income then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So your portfolio then is a mix of those coins you're likely to keep long term, and we'll ask you in a moment, not yet, which coins relate to that, and then you'll be trading other coins in between, hoping to give yourself some form of income, because as you've said, you're not receiving an income currently. Okay. Yes. Let's look at Doge.
Oh. Do we have to?
Yes. $1,400 invested, down $428. That's a loss of almost 31%. Will you ever sell Doge, or are you just going to hang on and just hope?
That's the one anomaly, because I might sell at a loss. I think when I achieve the profit I've made that marries up with the loss I have on Doge, I might consider selling. That's the one I'm not sure of yet, but I certainly will never buy Doge again.
Well, all I can say is, from a taxation point of view, of course, if you find before the end of the tax year that your income is quite considerable and you're likely to pay tax on it, this isn't advice, but it's a practice that often advisors give, then sell some of your losses, and therefore as a result you offset the loss against the profits you've made, so you actually pay less tax. In the UK it would fall normally under capital gains tax. It might differ in certain other countries, but broadly that's a strategy. So you could then say, I've made 10,000 or 20,000 or 30,000. I'm still 800 down now on Doge, for example. I'll offset that against my gains, and therefore I'll have to pay less tax. Bitcoin, well, that's doing quite well. You've got $3,800 invested in it. You're up $149. That's nearly a 4% profit. And to be candid, if you put that money in the bank today, you'd be getting 0.25% per annum. Bitcoin's done you quite well.
I will say with Bitcoin, I have nine separate orders of Bitcoin, but I did buy another one on the 22nd of June. It was a $700 investment. I then sold it 2 days later on the 24th of June, and the profit there was $133, which was 19.03%. So that was a really nice return in 2 days. In 2 days.
I'm going to ask you, was that just luck, or was that down to real expertise? But we'll cover that in a second. Binance Coin. Now, Binance Coin up $26 on a $700 investment. That's up 3.7%. Cannot really complain about that.
I will say regarding Binance, I have, and Richard finds this all quite comical, but I pretty much go with my gut on all of this. It's what I feel in my gut about certain coins. For me, Binance Coin is a coin I want to put a lot of investment into. I think it's got a fantastic future. So Binance and Bitcoin are my two hot potatoes that I will be buying for the long term.
So you still think it's got a good future, even though Binance has now, or part of it has been banned from the UK and numerous other countries as well?
I do, because there's a lot more than that around Binance. They're introducing a new credit card. The platform is huge, so many people use Binance, and I don't know, my gut tells me Binance is a good buy, so I'm going with my gut.
Well, I actually had an email, or rather I should say a message from Barclaycard. Let me read it to you. This came to me yesterday. As you've made a payment to Binance this year, we wanted to let you know that we're stopping payments made by credit or debit card to them until further notice. This is to help keep your money safe. For further info, please search FCA Binance online. We're sorry for any disruption this may cause you. Your Barclaycard team. So, Nicky, your gut feel, you're fighting against the trend then?
What a shocker, Richard. Trying to rub my nose in it.
Well, you may end up being right. Binance, I know, is looking further afield, but a number of countries have started to say they won't allow the trading platform to operate within their country.
They are, but what has happened to the Binance Price? Not very much. You would expect if it was such a big problem that it would dramatically drop, and it hasn't. And in fact, me watching the cryptos over the 3 weeks that I've had an interest in them, Binance has come off rather well. And
well, let's have a look at the stats then for the last month from Binance. And we can see that it was at $400 on the 7th of June. It did admittedly fall down to 252, and it's currently what, 304. So it's not doing as badly as it could be doing given the bad news, but it's hardly doing extremely well though, is it?
Well, what you're not doing there is comparing it against the other cryptos. Mm-hmm. So you'll find similar charts for a lot of the other cryptos.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, let's see what happens there. I have my view on Binance, and I'm going to hold it for now. Let's have a look at XLM. Stellar, what happened here? $75 down on a 700 investment. That's 10% in the red.
It is with Stellar. Again, I bought that quite early, and not sure what I was doing. I then did buy another $200 in Stellar, which I subsequently sold the very next day, with a $20 profit, which is 10%, so that was all right.
Yeah. Litecoin, 700 investment, down $137, so you're nearly 20% in the red. Was that one you bought early?
That was my day 2 coin.
Your day 2 coin.
I have a big excuse for that one.
Okay. And then finally, Matic, 300 invested, 40 down. Now, you didn't buy that one on your first day or two, Nicky.
No. So what I did with Matic, there was a day, I think it was the 21st of June, that eToro announced they were adding 3 new coins. My mindset there was, which is what happens sometimes on the stock exchange, when a new stock or share is added onto an exchange on day 1, it goes through the roof. It then falls back down on day 2 or 3. So Matic, BAT and Argo were the 3 coins that I bought on the day that they were introduced to eToro. And Matic hasn't done very well. I've since sold the other 2, but I'm just holding on to Matic until it rises, and then I'll sell it, when it's not at a loss.
The interesting thing, though, in fairness, is that a lot of the coins you have bought, apart from DOGE, many of the people on YouTube for sure, but also a number of investment managers have said have very good long-term futures. So whilst I'm sort of teasing you a little about the losses you have currently, in reality, the argument is, providing of course the whole crypto space doesn't collapse, which most people now accept is not really going to happen, then you just hold, or as they say on YouTube, hodl. Nicky, overall you've got $20,000 invested. Playing with it, okay, just to let you know, while we've been on air, your losses have now increased to $803.
Thank you, Richard.
But don't worry, it has been worse, hasn't it? There was a moment whereby, tell the viewers how much you were down.
On one particular day, I was down $3,150.
$3,150. You see, they don't. This is the only YouTube channel that actually boasts about its losses, Nicky.
No, you boast about my losses, Richard.
What's your strategy going forward? You've got 20 grand. Are you going to put any more in, or are you going to just play with that for the time being?
I will probably put some more in the near future. I got my hands burnt a little bit by being a bit silly at the beginning. I'm learning more every day, learning lots more, including from you, Richard, because I do glean quite a lot of information from you. So when time allows, I do devote a little bit of time now to looking into these things and how it all works, and what are the potentially good coins that will continue into the future at a really good pace. I think equally the crypto market can be a bit of a lottery. There's a coin called Shiba Inu, which many profess is going to rise so much that it will create lots of millionaires. I did invest in Shiba Inu, albeit on Binance platform. And when the FCA announced, no, UK doesn't like Binance, then I sold them quickly. So I'll be buying a few lottery coins and just holding them, because one of them might cash in. I've forgotten your question now.
Well, I have another one. We mentioned earlier that there are some coins you're going to hold for the long term. From this portfolio at least, which ones are those?
Definitely Binance, definitely Bitcoin. I'm not sure about Ethereum. Ethereum is the number 2 coin out there, but at the moment I'm not getting a great vibe about Ethereum.
Your gut isn't giving you positive responses.
No.
Okay. What about some of these others that you have, like Stellar and Litecoin? Are they really just ones you're just going to trade? You're just going to trade once you're into a profit?
At this moment in time, yes.
Okay.
And the more I educate myself, the more I will then increase the coins to hold for the future. But at this moment in time, I don't know what they are.
Other than Bitcoin and Binance.
Correct.
Nicky, thank you very much for sharing. It's been a real pleasure. Are you happy to come back in a couple of days' time and we can do an update? So everyone, have a look. Nicky's equity is 20,471. Make a note of it. Her profit at the moment is down 793. If she puts more money in, we'll announce that. But you're looking at roughly $20,500 invested, Nicky. Let's hope that goes up by the next time we speak.
Fingers crossed.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Well, many thanks to Nicky, and we hope you enjoyed her revelations. We plan on coming back to her probably twice a week to review what she's done and how she is faring, what progress her portfolio is making. If you enjoyed that video, then please give us a thumbs up, subscribe and press the bell sign so you're notified of our videos as and when they're published. Not forgetting, of course, to comment and provide any recommendations you may have in terms of what you would like to see being covered on this channel. Thank you once again. Until next time.